Hey guys, welcome back to Double D's RCs. I'm Don. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hopefully you can check out some of my other videos, and hopefully you enjoyed today's video. So what I'm going to do is take a slash 4x4 that I have here, low center chassis, low center gravity chassis on it. It's got the VXL system in there, and I'm going to put a Fiesta body on there and see how it fits. Change the front and rear bumpers and see what kind of fitment it is that is required. But essentially, I think that we can kind of swap some stuff around and make somewhat of a Fiesta out of a slash 4x4. Alright, this is what we're starting off with. A slash by Traxxas 4x4, and we are going to try and put some of this stuff on here that I have. I had a Fiesta at one point. You know, this truck might have even been the Fiesta for all I know. But we're gonna try and do some things here to see if we can get the body to work on there. So I think first things first, I'm going to take off the front bumper, I suppose, and try and put this on there, and then see what else I have to do. Alright, so to take off this front bumper, you will need a 2mm nut driver, or not nut driver, but hex head, Allen key, whatever you want to call it. There's 2 screws on the top here that we're going to take off. Alright, so 2 screws on the top. I just took one out. I'm going to take the other one out, and then we're going to flip the whole thing over. Alright, now you should have 3 screws, which are going to be a 2.5mm. So I'm going to take those guys out. I think this bumper is just going to come out now. Yep. So out with the old, in with the new. So now I'm going to put the top 2 screws in, back in I should say. Rally. I mean, I know they made one that was just a standard rally, which was like the same exact as the slash, but the Fiesta Rally ST I think had smaller arms. I think it shared the same arms as the Telluride, which was one that they stopped making, I think. But I think it had like a shorter or narrower wheelbase. So anyway, we got 3 screws on the bottom, 2 on the top. Next, we're going to take off the shock mounts. What the hell? The body mount, because the way the Rally works is you have these posts that come off of the bumper on the front there that actually are the body mounts. So let's go ahead and switch this around. I'll take that off. Now these guys are going to be the replacements. So looks like I left the screws in there. I'm going to take these screws out and then put those in. So these are like screw pins, it looks like. I don't know how far down this has to be, so I'm just going to pick a hole, any hole, and we can adjust it as needed. That's one side. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other. Just one screw. Pull this bad boy out. Put this guy in. See if they're relatively close. Yeah, probably. Alright, now we gotta figure out the back end of this thing. I know the bumper's gotta come off, which appears to be a 2.5 millimeter in the center. Let's give that a shot. So I'm doing the two top ones here. Sorry, not even on camera anymore. Huh? So two top ones here. There's one center one in the middle of the bumper, facing directly back down here, and then probably a couple down below. All right, looks like two. Then I gotta figure out that sway bar thing. I don't know if I have a bumper that would work as a replacement for this. I'll have to double check my bag of goodies and see. But this has definitely got to come off in order to fit the body over the top of this. So we got that off. Alright, now the only thing holding it on is that sway bar. Alright, I'll take that off. Loosen it, I guess. I'm gonna use that for sure. I kind of like having that thing on there. I bought a kit. I think it was a Traxxas one for the sway bars, and I'm using the heavy bar, I do believe it is. Alright, so that's off. Alright, so this I do believe is going to work. I made a backslash a while ago. If any of you are unfamiliar with that, I made a video about how I did it. But it's kind of like open wheel slash. So I'll put this bumper on here, and then we're going to go ahead and reattach the sway bar, which I think is the outer one here. And we'll just loosely tighten that for now. I'm going to go ahead and put two longer screws going to the top. Undo those guys. Should drop all the way in. And then we're going to flip her over and do the bottom ones. Oh, that was interesting. Alright, so now we got the two on the bottom. Okay, we got the one in the center going in. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and take off the rear body mounts. That's what I want. And I don't remember. I think this is gonna go maybe that way. Now let's shove these screws back in. Alright, now I gotta remember to tighten that sway bar up. See if we can get that somewhat centered in there. These are supposed to be not crazy tight, but this is a basher, not a racer. So we'll get it tightened up. Alright. So in theory, the Fiesta body should fit onto this. But I want to know, like, these arms are definitely longer than the Fiesta originally was. So I want to see how much wheel we got hanging out. So definitely wheels are sticking out. Definitely gonna hit. So I'm gonna throw some street tires on there and see how much clearance we got. To adjust the rear body mounts, there's gonna be a couple of screws in here. Looks like they are, what the hell are they? Is there screws in it? Oh, I never put them back. Alright, so you have to find some screws. Hopefully you have a couple. I think I do somewhere. Now we can kind of raise that bar up a little bit and find the hole. I'm not going to go all the way in with this because I may have to adjust it again to bring it up or down. So I'm just going to find a corresponding hole on the other side to make it level. Then we're going to drop the body back on and see how it lines up. Alright, we're going to go with these tires here, and hopefully they look pretty cool. I like them. So I put my last video I made was the 17mm hub thing, hub adapter, whatever you want to call it. This wrench came with one of those actually, so it's kind of cool because I could not fit a standard socket into this set of rims before, and now you can, so that's pretty sweet. So we're gonna slap these guys on. So these are street tires that I got a while ago. I just like the way they looked. They probably don't perform for shit. I don't remember. It's been about a year and a half since I've had them on anything. So I don't assume. Not expecting much. as fun as I expected. I don't know, it's cool just to do stuff with these cars, you know, you can switch them around, do whatever you want. I'm going to call this part 1, because part 2, I think I'm going to put the shorter drive shafts in there, you know, half shafts or whatever on each side. And then I'm going to put the shorter control arms on there, or A-arms, whatever you want to call it. And then this body does have lights on it, but they ain't working right now for some reason. So maybe I'll rig up some lights on there, and we'll call that part 2. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, man, and stuff. We'll see you next time.